Episode 388, AI Orchestration Workflows with Zapier.
The primitive forms of artificial intelligence we already have proved very useful.
AI is a golden opportunity.
How do we ensure that this technology is regulated?
The long arc of technological history is now in an extraordinary new phase.
The AI 6 podcast with Joanne Sweeney.
Zapier reached general availability of Zapier agents this year, opening multi-step AI agents to anyone with a free account. And orchestration is a word that you're hearing more and more often, so I wanted to explain it to you in this episode by also showing you how it works with Zapier. Hello and you're very welcome back to AI 6 minutes, one topic and everything you need to upskill in AI. We have a huge back catalogue. Please go ahead and help yourself because I'm on a mission to upskill 500,000 people in AI in just 6 minutes a day. So today's word is orchestration. What does it mean in an AI context and what does it look like in practice using Zapier agents? Well, automation is one tool doing one task. You set a rule, a thing happens, the rule runs every time it is repeated. Like a new email arrives, a row is added to a spreadsheet. That's automation. Orchestration is different. Orchestration is multiple tools, multiple steps, and now multiple AI agents, all working together towards one goal. Something triggers the workflow, and AI interprets what is needed. Decisions are made about what apps to use, and the work flows across them in sequence. Think of a small team. Automation is one person doing the same task again and again. Orchestration is a team. The receptionist takes the call, passes it to the right department, the department updates the file triggers an invoice, the invoice goes to finance, and each part knows its role. Each part hands off to the next. That is orchestration. And in an AI context, the parts handling off to each other are increasingly AI agents. Up until recently, most professionals using AI were using a single assistant, ChatGPT, Copilot, or Claude. Useful, but kind of isolated and not joined up, because each one is a standalone tool doing a standalone task. Orchestration is what connects them. It's what turns a collection of clever assistants into a working system. And the reason every major workflow vendor is now talking about orchestration is that this is the layer where AI stops being a productivity hack and becomes operational infrastructure. Zapier is the most accessible place to see this in action. I mean, I've been using this for years in my digital marketing. Zapier is a no-code automation platform that connects to over 9,000 apps. The classic Zapier product is a zap, a fixed sequence, trigger, action, done. But Zapier agents are different. An agent is given a goal, written in plain English, and it decides for itself how to achieve that goal across the apps you have connected. You also give it instructions, you give it knowledge, and you give it permission to act. It then works in the background, only coming back to you when it hits something it cannot resolve. To build one, you set the trigger, the event that wakes the agent up. You tell it what you want it to do in plain English. You connect the apps it can see and act on. You add any reference material it needs, things like style guides or example outputs, and you decide what it can do on its own and what needs your sign-off. So here's an example published by Zapier's own team. They built an agent that watches their help center in Zendesk. Every time a new article is published, the agent checks whether it contains a product update. It drafts a release note in Google Docs and posts a notification in Slack so the team knows it's ready for review. This is 4 tools talking to each other with an AI agent making the judgment calls in the middle. No code. The team built it themselves. And the work that previously sat with one team member now happens automatically in the background every time a new article goes live. And then the next step is multi-agent orchestration. One agent passes work to another. Zapier rolled this out last year and it's called agent to agent. Again, another example. A lead qualification agent receives a new inquiry, assesses it against criteria you have defined, and if the lead qualifies, it hands it off to a lead enrichment agent. The second agent finds company data, contact details, and personalization insights, then passes the enriched record to your CRM. 2 agents, each with a focused job, coordinating across the workflow. That is orchestration, and it's available on the free plan. Of course, you need to have governance built into all of these agentic workflows and agent-to-agent workflows because the agents can get it wrong. And as we know, when it comes to AI, we must always have a human in the loop because accountability stops with us. That's it for today's show. If you're ready to turn these insights into skills, here's how I can help. Get your copy of my book, AI Playbook, on Amazon. It's the perfect companion to the show. For weekly AI strategy, subscribe to my newsletter, Human in the Loop, on LinkedIn. Or if you want to take the next big step, you can take our CPD accredited professional diploma in AI. Maybe you need something more tailored for your organisation. You can book a call in my calendar at digitaltraining.ie. Or if you work in government or public sector, go over to publicsectormarketingpros.com. If you found this episode useful, please share it with a pro that you know. And I'd love to read your comments on Spotify. And if you can, take a second to like, rate, or subscribe wherever you listen. It really helps the show. This is AI6. I'll talk to you on the next episode.